All right, well, we found a new camping spot. However, since there are no hookups, we also had to try our hand at boondocking. Stick around and see how that's going. So the place we're staying at is called Louisburg Middle Creek Fishing Lake.
That's it.
That's it. So anyhow, it's free camping for up to 14 days, I think.
Yes.
And so we figured we'd check it out since about everywhere is closed right now. So it hasn't been too awful bad, actually.
They have a vault toilet, but no showers here, so.
Yeah, and no hookups whatsoever.
Yeah.
So it's all dry camping. So the one thing that we've thought of to take advantage of sites like this that don't have hookups is that we need to get comfortable with boondocking. And for those of you that aren't familiar with that term, it's otherwise known as dry camping. In the tent world, it's more commonly called primitive camping. Basically, it's just camping with no hookups. Simple as that. The funny part of that is that we came from tent camping and almost exclusively camped at primitive sites. So we never had hookups prior to last year. Now all of a sudden that we have a camper, it's an issue to camp without hookups. Go figure. So things we've found, probably the biggest issue is battery life and trying to figure out how to conserve that as much as possible without draining our battery to a point of damaging it. So we've really only done a couple things so far to prepare for boondocking. One of which was we thought we'd be cold since it was going to be in the 40s. So we set this up so that we can use a little bit of heater. And I'll make a video later on about how I did that and how that works. But we ended up not needing it. The other thing I ended up doing was getting this little battery monitor that I can hook into a 12-volt outlet. I don't know exactly how well it works, but I think it gives us a general idea. Eventually I'll probably upgrade to something better. The only other thing we've been doing is I've been removing this top fuse because it runs the TV and the radio, and since we wouldn't be using those, I didn't want that to be pulling power while we weren't using them. The only drawback is that that fuse also controls the propane shutoff for the galley door. So anytime we needed to use propane, we had to put it back in temporarily so that we could do that and then take it back out. My goal is eventually put switches on that galley door and on the TV and radio so that we can just shut those off individually without having to remove this fuse. So today is actually the second day we've been out here. We got out here yesterday, spent most of the day yesterday out here and overnight, and so far the whole boondocking thing seems to have gone pretty well.
Yeah, the one thing I was really surprised about, I thought we were going to need a heater. I guess with the two of us and the dog, it stayed nice and comfortable in there.
Yeah, it was in the mid to upper 40s outside last night, and I think it stayed in the 60s inside, so it was really comfortable. So thanks for watching. If you have any experience with boondocking, I would love to hear about it below. Please leave a comment. And other than that, I will see you in the next one. So, in a bit of irony, we worried so much this weekend about killing our camper battery that we end up killing the car battery.